What is up, guys? Yeah, if you weren't able to tell, we're doing Unity right now. You know what I mean. Just make sure. I need to make sure the thumbnail looks good. Yeah, I gotta start putting some of my videos in folders. What the hell is that, TikTok memes? Are you fucking kidding me? This is a playlist. Unity. Nah, I'll just do this later. Yeah, that's a lot to do. There we go. I think everything is ready. Okay. So I'm going to start with this tutorial.
And I released an interactive video essay that's had over 100,000 plays. But wait, I hear you say, how do you do step one? How do you make instructions and sound? The point of this video is to save my project downloading Unity to understand. Let's start by getting Unity from the web. Tutorial, if you have the Visual Studio has been ticked. This is the software.
Add modules. Oh shit, I gotta add modules. Do I have it? Yeah, I do have 2022. That's good.
Quite done modules. You'll see them in code. So hit development with Unity, install Visual Studio. It's done now. 2D core. This is an empty project with a few configurations to make it.
Oh, I gotta get the stream chat and pull it out. Because I don't want someone to just come to the stream and then they don't. I don't respond. You know. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, this is why I need a third monitor. You know. I definitely need a third monitor. And what happened to always keep on top? What happened to that setting? Whatever.
It's suitable for 2D games. Give your project a name, hit create, and let's get game
Universal 2D.
making. In step one, we're going to.
Oh, I forgot I had a whole organization. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on. Let me just. Sorry, guys. Wait. Let me just bring this down. Yeah, I did not want that to be shown. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but holy shit, you have so many projects for no fucking reason. Yeah. Do I need an organization? Do I have to use this organization? This is really janky. I don't feel like fixing it right now, so. Yeah, I'm gonna just go to my other Unity account because I don't feel like trying to. Okay, fuck. You need an active license to use Unity. Fucking god. Like why, bro? Like why? Can I not sign out? Like, you know. I just don't like my full name being on here. You know, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I remember getting this set up. My god. Wow. Can I delete this? Yeah, let me just delete this organization. Jeez. Default organization cannot be. Are you kidding me, bro? I can't get rid of this, bro. Let me sign out. Yeah, cause I'm not gonna use that account, bro. It's weird. No, I'm not doing it. Okay. Oh, and I forgot my password. Oh, that's so great. That's so great, man. Forgot my fucking password. Confirmation, email, sent. Alright, I made the new password. Oh, I'm kind of hungry, man. Oh my god. It's like the worst time to get hungry. Oh my god, dude. Oh yeah, this stream isn't gonna last long, then. Oh shit. Oh my god. Yeah, usually if I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat immediately. The stream's gonna end before it started. Oh, I gotta take out the rubber bands. Oh my god, it's so all this bullshit, dude. I hate having rubber bands. It's such an ass fucking hassle. Great. Okay. Okay, I think I'm in the right account now. Jeez, bro. Sure, bro. Let's do that. Okay. Alright, give me a moment, guys. Fucking bullshit, dude. Actually stupid. Shit, I'm back. My bad, guys. I got really. Oh fuck! I gotta put on my rubber bands, bro. Finally, bro. Holy shit. Took all that fucking intermission. 13 minutes in, and I've done absolutely fucking nothing, bro. This is actually crazy.
To become familiar with the default Unity.
Oh, of course, man. Of course, bro. Of course.
User interface, and as we explore the different panels, we'll make the drop in your own. It's in the and I'm going to import them into my project like so. I'd recommend you make your own, that's always more fun, but if you have zero artistic ability, then check the description for these assets. The next panel is the high.
So I need to make a Flappy Bird. Okay. Make a Flappy Bird.
Hierarchy. This contains all of the stuff that's in the current scene, which in most games will be a level. We're going to start by making the bird, so right click and choose Create Empty. This has made an empty game object. So what's that? Well, a game object is essentially an invisible container. It has a position in space.
I know all of this step one stuff, but past that I'm kind of lost. Okay, MS Paint. Okay, well, what should this be? Actually, no, yeah, I think it's better to make it on Photoshop, because I have Photoshop, you know, so why not? Say this. Okay, so this will be one character, I guess. Rounded rectangle. What the fuck? Yeah, it looks like shit. Oh, why is there this weird stroke? I hate it. I hate it. It adds this. Lifestyle. Boom. Make a circle. Oh shit. Okay. So yeah, there's like a little bit of delay, but okay, you know what? Let's make this guy gray. And let's give him cool character design here. Holy shit. Fucking nose on this guy. Holy fuck. Well, I gotta make it straighter. Yeah, now that just looks like shit. What the hell am I doing? Okay, this is a lot better. Already a lot better. Looks like a fucking villain. Oh shit. Let's give him bloomers, bro. Oh shit, that's funny. Yo. Let's paint it. Oh. Fuck. We gotta make it darker. I don't even know if this looks like bloomers anymore. It's just like... It doesn't look like an ass cheek. That's the problem. Yeah, that is the problem. It doesn't look like it's a guy with a fat ass. Okay, yeah, let's stop all that bullshit. All the gay shit, you know. What the fuck happened to the... Yo. Like... Bro. Oh, it's so weird, bro. It's so weird. Stupid fucking bird. Let's put this into a folder, and now I need to make the folder, and now I need to turn off the view of my folder because I don't want people looking at my... You know, I'm gonna just turn off my second monitor for more privacy because I do not want... Yeah, this is getting annoying having to go back and forth, you know? So I'm gonna make a folder with all the stuff that I need. Bro, what the... Yo. I hate it that my computer does this, you know? Alright, this will be it. So these will be the assets. Call him player, right? And now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the pipes. We gotta make the pipes, you know? This is actually pretty good, by the way. Let's group them together. Yeah, this actually is pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, but I'd rather have it like this, so it, you know, it looks a little bit better, I guess you could say. Pipe. All right, we got it. That's it. It's done. Or should be. Yeah, let's watch the video. Let's go play the video.
A rotation and a scale. Then you can fill that container with components to add extra features. For example, if we add a sprite renderer component, we can slap the bird image onto the game object. Absolutely everything in our level will be a game object with components. The bird, the pipes, even the user interface and the camera. All of this magic happens in the third panel, the inspector, which is for messing with game objects. So once we've selected our new empty game object, we can put a name in the top field. Let's call it bird. And we can see and change the game object's position, rotation, and scale under transform. We can now press add component, pick rendering, and pick sprite renderer. To make this work, we need to fill in the sprite field. So just drag the bird image from the project panel into the field, and voila, we have graphics. That will, of course, show up in the fourth and final panel, the scene view. Here we can
What the hell, bro? How does he do that?
see what's in our current scene for the field, and voila.
Great 2D.
We have a new thing renderer compatible face and is for messing with game. All of this magic happens.
Look at how he starts in the camera's position, bro. What a fucking, what a guy. Is there like a button to press so I can go to the camera? No? No? Bro. How's he doing that? Oh, this fucker doesn't explain how to do it. Now I'm gonna have to look this up. How to go to camera view in Unity.
options in the third panel, the inspector, which is...
How do you do that? Bro! Line view to selected. Control Shift F. Oh my fucking god, this guy's a genius. Yo, this guy's actually a genius. This guy's a fucking genius. What a fucking G. Or not. What the fuck? Man, what the fuck am I doing? Can I just like... No! The hell am I doing? Yo, I'm getting stuck on this, bro. What the fuck? No. 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 What the fuck, dude? I'm not seeing what the camera sees. That's what I want to see, dude. Bro. Fucker. Yo, I'm still behind the fucking camera. Yo, bro. I was scratching my head about this as well, but came across the answer by accident. Select the camera you want to preview the preview from. Look at the expanding the rollout. What? What? Expanding the rollout of the section camera? It should be right under transform. Yo. Toggles the preview window at the bottom right of the scene view. Bro, yo, I'm gonna... Dude. What the fuck is this guy talking about? I have the same problem, but there's no preview at all. Yeah, like, dude. Every single solution that these guys have suggested doesn't work. All the many say, I can modify it. Bro. Dude, no camera preview. Stupid game, bro. Yo. Oh, that's it. I'm gonna just do this, bro. I'm so done, bro. That's it.
Is for messing with game objects. So once we've selected our new empty game object, we can put a name in the top field. Let's call it bird. And we can see and change the game object's position, rotation, and scale under transform. We can now press add component, pick rendering, and pick sprite renderer. To make this work, we need to fill in the sprite field. So just drag the bird image from the project panel into the field, and voila, we have graphics. That will, of course, show up in the fourth and final panel, the scene view. Here we can see what's in our current scene, and if you want, you can use these tools to move stuff around, scale it, and so on. This section has an extra tab for game view, which shows renderer and well, you can slap an object with component. If this magic happens in the third panel, the inspector, which is for messing with game objects. So once we've selected our new empty game object, we can put a name in the top field. Let's call it bird. And we can see and change the game object's position, rotation, and scale.
If you guys are wondering what I'm looking at, I'm going to turn on the display, the second display. There you go. Okay. Let's go over there.
Under transform. We can now press add component, pick rendering, and pick sprite renderer. To make this work, we need to fill in the sprite rendering scale, but third panel, the inspector, and the camera. All features. For the third panel, the inspector.
Oh, he already imported all the. Okay, let's import it real quick. See this one, right? Just rename it. Yeah. Assets. No, it's sprites. That's what I gotta call it. Okay. Wow. What the fuck? Why does it look like that? I thought I took out the sides.
Which is for messing with game objects. So once we've selected our new empty game object, we can put a name in the top field. Let's call it bird. And we can see and change the game object's position, pick rendering, and pick sprite renderer. To make this work, we need to fill in the sprite field. So just drag the bird image from the project panel into the field, and final panel, these tools game also from this dropped what the game, so on. This section has an extra tab for.
Okay. Oh shit, where'd I put the camera? Oh, it's right there. Okay. How do I keep this in view? Okay. He said pull up the sprite render. How's that? I'm gonna call it bird. And said I add a component called sprite render. That doesn't count as a sprite or what? Bird. Sprite render, when was that? Because it's click on the install 2D. I don't know what the hell that is. It doesn't work. Huh. So this guy is something that I don't.
Sprite renderer. To make this work, we need to fill in the sprite field. So just drag the bird image from the game object's position, rotation, and scale under transform. We can now press add component, pick rendering, and pick sprite renderer. To make this work, we need to fill in the sprite field. So just drag the bird image from the project panel into the field, and voila, we have graphics. That will.
Does it not work or the? Okay. Bird. And it doesn't work. Sprite render. Install 2D sprite package. I'm supposed to download it somewhere? What the hell? Sprite render. God damn it. Okay. To the sprite editor window. What? Okay. What the fuck? Where's the bird? Does the bird have a location? Or what the? Oh, it's that. Okay. How do I move it? Oh, how do you do
Of course,
that?
panel game objects position, rotation,
Oh, shit. Okay.
and scale. Sprite. To make this work,
I swear to God, man, like, problems always come my way. Holy shit. What do I do here? What am I supposed to do? It's saying click on it, but it doesn't do anything. 2D sprite package download. Oh, shit. Window package manager. Well, it should work, you know? It should work. What the hell? Oh, so stupid. Bro. Dude, what the fuck? So this tutorial is useless is what I'm understanding now.
we need to fill in the sprite field. So just drag the bird.
Dude, fuck, man. Yo, this tutorial's fucking useless.
This drop down will show work, add component, pick rendering, and pick sprite render.
Rendering, sprite. same fucking story, dude. Bro. Am I doing something wrong? Like, what am I doing? Dude. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna delete this and I'm gonna make a new one. Completely over. Dude, yo, bro. I'm just gonna delete the sprites then. What the hell? How about now? That's to work now, bro. All this to fucking put in a sprite, dude. You fucking kidding me? Dude. Fuck, dude. Did he just give me the wrong instructions? What the
To make press objects in with onto this. Magic happens in the third panel. New beacons. To make this work, we need to fill in the sprite field. So just drag the bird image from the project panel into the field and
oh my god, I'm gonna fucking... Okay. I'm gonna create a new project. Universal 2D. Is that not what I just did? Is that not what I just did? Or did I go to 3D? I don't even know anymore. Oh, shit. Okay. Gotta wait for it to load again. And
voila, we have graphics.
how much time have I spent on this already? I've spent 30 fucking minutes trying to put in a sprite. Jesus Christ, dude. Alright. Still not loaded? Is it loading now? It is loaded. Alright. Let's hope this works now.
course. That will, of course, show up in the fourth and final.
Has to work, right? Boom. Oh, but I thought I removed the background. Okay. No, I don't want to save this actually. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, next is the background remover. Oh, shit. I don't care about your fucking Adobe Express, dude. I don't. I really don't. Oh, so I have to sign in now? Yeah, suck my fucking dick. Oh no, but I can't screenshot it because then that's still in the fucking image. Okay.
Panel, the scene view. Here we can.
Okay. Let's try now. Key object. Throw this in. And boom. What the fuck? Oh, so they butchered it too. Okay. Okay. I can't even make a fucking sprite properly. Dude, are you fucking kidding me? Free. No, you know, I'm just gonna download this guy's sprites. Yeah, no. Nope. 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 Yeah. Now I need to make a fucking account, bro. Yo, I'm gonna watch this back and I'm gonna laugh so hard. Yo, this always happens. It's like the simplest little problem snowballs into a fucking headache, man. Oh my god, dude. Now I need to make a fucking account. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. The fucking... Yo, just give me a sync. No. Dude, just give me a sprite, dude. Just give me a fucking... It's not an actual... I'm gonna... Oh. Dude. Just... I clearly can't make a sprite that's transparent. But it's like, what the fuck is this? What is that? Dude. Oh, but... Huh. Why can't it just remove the fucking background? Why? Why is it so stubborn? Why is it so stubborn? You fucking dick, dude. fucking headache, man. Now, does it work? Man, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it at this point. I don't care. I'll take it. I'll take it, man. I guess it just has to be a fucking PNG. Are we done? Are we done? Are we fucking done? Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? Please, just stop. Just stop already. Just fucking stop, dude. Now, I think I can finally do it. I don't know. I guess this is what I'm dealing with, you know? I guess, you know, yeah, whatever. Whatever, dude. It's all fine.
See what's in our current scene, and if you want, you can use these tools to move stuff around, scale it, and so on. This section has an extra tab for Game View, which shows us what the game will look like from the main camera when it's running. Also, from this drop-down, we can set a resolution or aspect ratio to get a better idea of what it will look like when played. So I'm going to choose 1920 by 1080. Oof, the bird takes up way too much space. We could scale it down, but let's actually just zoom out the camera. Like I said before, the camera itself is a game object in the hierarchy, and it has a camera component with stats we can mess with. By changing the size, we can zoom out. I'm also going to change the background color. Lovely. We can now press the play button up here to start the world's most boring game. Okay, let's make it a bit more exciting. Lovely. We can now press the play button up here to start the world's most boring game. Press the zoom light up. Wait, so I'm going to choose 1920 by 1080. Oof, the bird takes up way too much space. Is a game object. Let's actually just zoom out the camera. Like I said before, the camera itself is a game object in the hierarchy, and it has a camera component with stats we can mess with. By changing the size, we can zoom out. I'm also going to change the background color. Lovely. We can now press the play button up here to start the world's most boring game. Okay, let's make it a bit more exciting. A quick recap. Unity has 4 panels by default. Project holds all the stuff in our game. Hierarchy lists all the game objects in the current level. Inspector lets us see and change those game objects, and we can see the component to write some programming code to our bird. Gravity. Cool. When we hit play, the bird to be 2D. Back into for me, so I'll use the offset as a greeter. We'll play. This turns our bird into a physics object with gravity. So when we hit play, the bird drops and falls off the screen. Cool. We'll also want this bird to be able to interact with other objects, so let's add a collider, a circle collider 2D. Back in scene view, we can see the collider as a green outline. It's a bit off-center for me, so I'll use the offset to move it. And a little game design trick. If we make the collider a bit smaller than the image, it will let the player get through the pipes even if they just touched the edge. It gives the game a bit of leniency and makes it feel more fair. The final thing to add right now, a script. This essentially lets us make our own custom component, but we'll have to write it ourselves using programming code. Choose New Script from the components list and call it Bird Script. Other objects, so let's add a collider, a circle collider 2D. Back in scene view, we can see the collider as a green outline. It's a bit off-center for me, so I'll use the offset to move it. And a little game design trick. If we make the collider a bit smaller than the image, it will let the player get through the pipes even if they just touched the edge. It gives the game a bit of leniency and makes it feel more fair. The final thing to add right now, a script. This essentially lets us make our own custom component, but we'll have to write it ourselves using programming code. Choose New Script from the components list and call it Bird Script. Once it's loaded, double-click the script field to open it up.
I just want to make sure he falls. Shit. There you go.
This will open the file in Visual Studio, which we installed earlier. So, welcome to programming. It's not too scary, promise, we'll take it slow. We're writing in C#, that's the programming language, and the only thing to worry about right now is these two chunks here, start and update. Start is for any code that will run as soon as the script is enabled, and it runs precisely once. Update runs constantly while the script is enabled, and it will fire off every line of code, every single frame, over and over and over again. So the main thing we're going to be doing with code right now is, well, if we go back to Unity, see these numbers and text fields in the components and how we can change them in the Unity editor? We're just going to write code to change these stats while the game. We can type dot. You'll see a list to code to change these stats while the game is running. Just as a dumb example, and we'll delete this in a second. In start, we can type GameObject. That refers to this bit up here. And then a dot. You'll see a list appear, and many of the items refer to stuff back in the inspector, like isStatic, tag, layer, and name. So let's pick name, then write an equal sign, and in quotes, give our bird a name. Finally, we must always use a semicolon to mark the end of a command.
Bob Birdington.
And we must always save the script before we go back to Unity.
Call him Byron.
Now, when we run the game, the name of the game object has been changed. Nice. Okay, delete that code, that was just for sillies, but it shows us how we can use code to talk to the game. We can write a command by choosing someone to talk to, in this case, the game object, and then a topic of conversation, its name, and then a command. Change it to Bob or velocity, the transform. Right now, this script is completely unaware of the other components, so we need to sort that out first. We need to make a special slot on this script for a rigid region. We're going to write public rigid body 2D. This is called a reference. We're going to create the reference up here between the class name and the start function. We're going to write public rigid body 2D my rigid body. So we now have a slot to store a rigid body 2D, and we have a name that we can refer to make sure we're talking about this specific rigid body 2D. And because we made it public, it means we can access this slot from outside the script. So if we save and go back to Unity, we'll see that the script component now has a field for a rigid body 2D. We can drag the component into that slot and voila, we have established a line of communication between the script and the rigid body. Okay, back in Visual Studio. In update, we can type my rigid body, then dot. And now look at all the things we can talk about. Angular drag, gravity scale, mass, these are all properties on the component. The one we want is velocity. We want to set this to a new number, and so just like before with the name, we'll write an equals. Now what we're actually writing here is a vector, which is two numbers to represent a position in 2D space. And in this case, it's used to represent a direction for the bird to travel. And to give it a bit more power, I'm going to multiply that vector by a number, say 10, which should send the bird flying up in the sky. Now, like I said before, any code in update will run over and over again every frame. So if we save the script and hit play in Unity, off goes our bird. Bye. That's not what we want. We want this to only happen when the player hits the spacebar. So it's time to use the most fundamental bit of programming code, the if statement. An if statement is like a gate. You can surround some code with a fence, and every frame that code will be complete.
Did I name it wrong? No, I didn't. Okay.
Completely ignored. It is the space sound when the player hits the spacebar. So for any code in update will run over and over again.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta eat, bro. I'm so fucking hungry. Shit. This goes down.
Again, every frame. Spider. A circle collider bird turns our bird and falls off the screen. Let's add it as a fit. And so we're writing you to open the file in Visual Studio, which we installed.
Okay.
Earlier. So we're we can to mark the end of a case to talk the game object, and then to do for to the top is a resource a body. So we now have a slot my rigid body. So we now to make sure we can actually the component script. We can type my rigid body, then dot, and now. Look at all the things we can talk about. Angular drag, gravity scale, mass. These are all properties on the component. The one we want is velocity. We want to set this to a new number, and so just like before with the name, we'll write an equals. Now what we're actually writing here is a vector, which is two numbers to represent a position in 2D space. And in this case, it's used to represent a Now, like I said before, any code in up and hit play, we want this to Unity, off goes our
How am I supposed to set it? What the hell? Did it set it what
shorthand should and click back. We can drag the component into that slot, and it now has a field for a rigid body 2D. We can drag the component into that slot and...
Alright, it should work now, yeah. Fucking debugging, you know? Boom.
Voila, we have established in Visual Studio. In Update, we can type my rigid body, then dot, and this to a new number. And so, just like before with the name, used a built-in by that vector frame spacebar. And every frame that code will be the gate to say if, and then in brackets we can write the condition. This time we're not talking to a component, we're talking to Unity itself, specifically its input system. So we'll write input dot. Then we can pick get key down, and in brackets, keycode dot space. This asks Unity if the spacebar has been pressed on this frame, and then we'll finish with equals equals true. A quick note on equal signs. We use 1 to make the thing on the left be the same as the thing on the right. And we use 2 if we're just checking if the be the. A quick note on equal signs. We use 1 to make the thing on the left be the same as the thing on the right. And we use 2 if we're just. This code says if the spacebar has just been pressed, then code in hist. Hey, early brackets. These are the fence in our.
Yeah.
Analogy, the game will go to the bird. The bird goes up when we press.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I have to restart it. Okay. Yeah, I think after we get this working, I'm gonna call this one a night. You know? Pretty good night, not gonna lie. Despite all the sprite problems, this is pretty good. I just have to restart twice. Okay. It's bullshit, dude. Actual bullshit. Third fucking restart.
Space. We have now created a character and made it react to input. This is a video game. Hooray! However, it feels like trash. The flap isn't right.
Fucking beautiful. Let's go.
Right, and it doesn't feel like the original. Basically, a number that can be that the script flap strength instead of 10. Now, back in Unity, you'll see that the script component has a new field, flap strength, and we can change that whenever we want to make the game feel different. We could even change it during the game, but note that anything you change while the game is running won't save when you press stop. This means you can play with values to your heart's content without worrying about Now, back in Unity, you'll see that the script component has a new field, flap strength, and we jump to get to something that feels good. Changing numbers back and forth. Honey, probably on the game object by default. You have to make a line of communication and then fit script, but public bird is flapping and it's the pipes that move across the screen. So in step 3, we're going to we'll start left to right. Bird for now, top pipe, nest, multiple game objects, and bird, box collider 2D for the pipe image. And add a collider, a box collider.
I will work on this tomorrow. Alright, thank you guys for what? Shit. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on another video.